In baseball, if a pitcher intentionally hits a batter with a pitch, it's considered a ball. But did you know that if the umpire believes the pitch was accidental, the batter can still be awarded first base? In baseball, a hit by pitch is considered a ball unless the umpire rules it intentional. If the umpire believes the pitch was accidental, the batter can still be awarded first base. This rule is based on the umpire's judgment, leading to disputes and heated arguments. The rule is in place to prevent pitchers from intentionally hitting batters to intimidate or injure. The intentional walk was abolished in 2017, but the hit-by-pitch rule remains unchanged. The rule's ambiguity has led to controversies affecting game outcomes and player safety. On the 8th of October 1871, a devastating fire destroyed the town of Peshtigo, Wisconsin, killing over 1,200 people and leaving thousands homeless, making it the deadliest wildfire in U.S. history. On the 8th of October 1871, the Great Peshtigo Fire occurred, a devastating wildfire in U.S. history. The fire destroyed 16 towns, including Peshtigo, Wisconsin, and burned over 1.2 million acres of land. The fire killed an estimated 1,200 people, making it the deadliest wildfire in U.S. history. The fire was so massive that it created its own weather system, with fire-generated tornadoes and firestorms. The exact cause of the fire remains unknown, but human activity, like logging and railroad construction, are suspected. Meet GNZ 11, the most distant galaxy ever observed, which is 13.4 billion light-years away. GNZ 11 is the most distant galaxy ever observed, 13.4 billion light-years away from Earth. Light from GNZ 11 has been traveling through space for 13.4 billion years to reach us. The galaxy is seen as it existed just 400 million years after the Big Bang. GNZ 11 is incredibly small and faint, with a mass of only 1% of the Milky Way. The Hubble Space Telescope and the W.M. Keck Observatory work together to capture its image. Studying GNZ 11 provides a unique glimpse into the early universe's formation and evolution. Watch as we recall the shocking incident in 2011 when the River Thames in London turned a deep red color due to a leak of a bright red liquid from a nearby factory. In 2011, a mysterious red liquid leaked into the River Thames in London, shocking locals and tourists. The leak originated from a nearby chemical factory, specifically a warehouse owned by the company Quinn. The red liquid was identified as a mixture of water and a bright red dye called rhodamine B. The dye was used in the factory to create a pigment for use in cosmetics and other products. The incident sparked a massive cleanup operation, with authorities working to contain and remove the dye. Fortunately, the River Thames was not severely harmed, and the ecosystem returned to normal within days. In 2019, a train carrying over 100 houses derailed in Illinois, causing a massive mess. Over 100 new homes were being transported on a train in Illinois on the 21st of June 2019. The train derailed in the town of Elgin, causing a massive mess and chaotic scene. The houses, valued at millions, were being relocated to a new development site in nearby Rockford. Around 20 houses were damaged or destroyed in the derailment, with many more affected. Recovery efforts took weeks, with crews working to right the derailed cars and recover the houses. Most of the recovered houses were eventually relocated to their new site, with construction resuming months later. Discover the life and art of Mary Cassatt, an American Impressionist painter who was one of the few women artists of her time to gain recognition, and learn about her famous works such as The Child's Bath and Young Women at the Piano. Mary Cassatt was an American Impressionist painter born in Allegheny, Pennsylvania in 1844. She moved to Paris in 1866 to pursue art, where she was mentored by Edgar Degas. Cassatt's early work was rejected by the Paris Salon, but she persisted and eventually gained recognition. Her 1,893 painting The Child's Bath is considered a masterpiece of American Impressionism. Cassatt's artwork often featured women and children exploring themes of motherhood and domesticity. Learn about the underwater Dorothy's Window in Lake Malawi, a 30-feet underwater viewing window allowing scientists to study the lake's diverse aquatic life. Lake Malawi is home to over 1,000 species of fish, making it one of the most biodiverse lakes on Earth. Dorothy's Window is a 30-foot underwater viewing window, allowing scientists to study the lake's aquatic life up close. The window is located at a depth of 30 feet, providing an unparalleled view of the lake's mid-water zone. Scientists use Dorothy's Window to study the behavior, habitat, and interactions of Lake Malawi's diverse fish populations. The window has helped researchers discover new species and gain insights into the lake's delicate ecosystem. On the 2nd of July 1937, legendary aviator Amelia Earhart vanished while attempting to circumnavigate the globe, leaving behind a legacy of mystery and intrigue. Amelia Earhart was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean in 1932. On the 2nd of July 1937, Earhart embarked on a record attempt to fly around the world with navigator Fred Noonan. The duo disappeared over the Pacific Ocean near Howland Island after Earhart's last transmission at 8:43 a.m. The U.S. Navy launched an extensive search, covering 250,000 square miles, but found no signs of the plane or its occupants. Many theories have emerged, including crash and sink, Japanese capture, and even survival on a nearby island. Despite numerous investigations and claims, Earhart's fate remains a mystery, captivating the public's brile. Relive the historic moments of NASA's Apollo 11, 14, and 15 missions, where astronauts like Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and David Scott made the impossible possible. NASA's Apollo 11 mission successfully landed humans on the Moon on the 20th of July 1969. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin spent 2.5 hours on the Moon's surface during their historic walk. Apollo 14's Alan Shepard became the first person to play golf on the Moon in 1971. Apollo 15's David Scott conducted the first lunar roving vehicle mission, traveling 17 miles on the Moon. The Apollo 11 astronauts planted the United States flag on the Moon's surface, claiming the territory for humanity. All 3 Apollo missions brought back a combined total of over 800 pounds of moon rocks and soil for scientific study. We celebrate Tim Duncan's consistent excellence, including his 2 NBA MVP awards and 5 NBA championships with the San Antonio Spurs. Tim Duncan's consistent excellence earned him 15 All-NBA team selections throughout his career. In 2002, Duncan won his first NBA MVP award, averaging 20.6 points and 12.7 rebounds per game. Duncan's second NBA MVP award came in 2003 after leading the Spurs to a 60-win season. Throughout his career, Duncan played in 1,392 out of a possible 1,434 regular season games, an incredible 97% attendance rate. Duncan's 5 NBA championships were won in 1999, 2003, 2005, 2007, and 2014, all with the San Antonio Spurs. Tim Duncan retired with 26,000